Alright guys, welcome back to the channel, and today we are going to be taking our first look inside the new drift build, which is the 350Z that we're going to be V8 swapping. Definitely we're not going to do anything like mechanic wise today. All we're going to do is clean it out, see what all parts we have in it, and just figure out in general what all we have to do to get this thing running. So let's get into today's video. Alright, so just got done taking everything out of the 350. That's the condenser, door panel. This is a piece of the frame for the front, the straight piece, because I guess the previous owner got in an accident with it. You can see that this one needs to fix. Still have the dash and a bunch of wire harness pieces for the VQ that came out of it. All of the brake lines, the brake booster, a bucket full of miscellaneous parts in here. Didn't really look to see what all was in it, but yeah, just a bunch of different parts in it. Sway bar, a big sway bar at that for the front, and power steering system. This was very important because when we go to swap the V8 in it, we're still going to be using the lines that go to the rack. We're just going to change the fittings that go to the pump, and we should be able to use these factory lines. Radiator with dual fans on it. The springs, we're actually going to try and attempt to put the springs in now. Lights, fenders, we're going to try to put those on as well, the bumpers, but the car is sitting high in the front because there are no shocks in it. Like I said, the person I got this from was actually planning on doing the exact same thing that I did with it, which is strip it down and make something pretty cool out of it. So here's the inside. No seats in it yet, but I'm going to buy some pretty special seats and put them in. But like I said, we're going to probably throw away what we don't need now, and we're going to try and throw those springs in the back, see if we can't get the back of the vehicle to come up, because in the front we chucked a piece of wood at the top of the control arm so that it stays up, but the back is pretty low now. So we're gonna try and get the shock in it. I mean, trying to get the spring in it to see if it'll hold it up any bit more. Alright, so we just ended up putting the springs in the rear. Definitely made a big difference. There's no shocks in it, but the spring brought up the rear, so now I could move the car around better. Let me show you on the next side. Pretty much what I'm going to do today is I'm going to put on the back bumper, front bumper, side skirts, just to get a good look of how it's actually going to look when we come to paint this thing, because we are going to be painting this before we even put the motor in it. Alright, so pretty much running out of battery. I forgot to bring the right battery with me to record all this stuff. So off camera, I'm going to throw away what I don't need. I'm going to store what I do want to keep. And then, like I said, we're going to put all the body panels on. And I'll show you how the car look when we're done with that. Alright, so with this being the first day that I'm actually touching this car, actually working on it, cleaning it out, like prepping it, looking to see what we need. Looking to see what all we have to fabricate, what we don't have to fabricate. And what I realize is, compared to the other builds that I've done, this is the most complete car that I've ever dealt with, and I'm thankful for that, because that means I don't have to go and find a bunch of parts. All of the stock parts are already in it. I have the stock gearbox for it, which is the CD009. I have the stock trans mount for it, which is perfect. So whatever engine I get, the trans will sit in the same position. I could use the same drive shaft that comes factory in the car, all that good stuff. So stuff like that definitely makes these swaps a lot easier, but I really didn't expect that the first day that I would be working on this, that the car would come out looking this good, because we put on the front bumper, the back bumper, the side skirts, the headlights, the tail lights, the sway bar in the front. I mean, this thing is the most complete body. The only thing missing off of it is the hood, and that's very easily replaced. I could find one of these in the junkyard very easily. But let me stop talking and let me give you guys some shots of the car.